Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Well, it looks like I got the boot. I got booted out. That's what it looks like. It's really, really relishing going online like this in a group that where everybody shares their realizations and enlivens each other by hearing and chanting about in ecstatic love and worship of the Lord. In his most recent incarnation, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Giridhar Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrindaskat Hare Krishna, to Godhead, different personalities in the incarnation. But my spiritual master gave me the boot. He says, don't just sit here like this and, go out, People need to hear this message. Make it available. He says, go out. So I didn't really want to. I was quite happy just, hearing and chanting and sharing with other members who are also hearing and chanting and sharing. But it looks like I got the boot. At first, I wasn't real happy about it. I felt like I was being kicked away, and maybe I was acting inappropriately, or I was offending or something. I felt terrible. But then thinking about it, it's actually I got the order. I have the order now to come out and to speak about Krishna. And not just amongst people that already have surrendered to that atmosphere of love of Godhead, but also to people who may be looking or searching or wanting the truth, hankering for, they know there's something more and they kind of have the hint of it and need to make a connection and make a connection with the Lord and the Lord's devotees. So here I am. And Hare Krishna, I'm not doing anything different than what I was doing sitting amongst the other devotees. But now I'm out here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So what I usually do is I chant a little bit on these beads, the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. It's a way to connect with God through his holy names. He's available in sound. He's available in sound. Hare Krishna, His many names. We chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna. I chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. It wakes the Lord up within the heart. And when he hears his name, and he's attracted to that devotee who's calling on him. He's calling on someone, and they come there, they're attracted. So the Lord is in the heart. Hey, Middle Pancakes, I remember you from a million years ago. Hare Krishna, welcome. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I know this picture isn't all that great. I'm still trying to figure out the technology. Finally got the sound to work. Hare Krishna, Hare. How have you been anyway? Hare Krishna, it's been a while, like 4 or 5 years. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yeah, I have a spiritual master, spiritual teacher. Well, I have two actually, from ISKCON, AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. But I also have a spiritual master in the present, and he's teaching and showing and demonstrating spontaneous devotion to the Lord. It's not based on rules or regulations or any kind of preconceived, you have to qualify in a certain way. No, it's just based on Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hearing from devotees who are absorbed in ecstatic worship of the Lord. Because in those devotees, the Lord is awake in the heart. And hearing from them, it wakes up others. Because the Lord's in everyone's heart. Not everyone's happy about that. Some people, they get a little aggressive and want to argue with you. But basically, that's the kind of teaching that Gaurahari Das is doing. And I got the order to just come out and try to, just share what we're learning in that association. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It just comes from the heart, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. It's not so much, like logic and reasoning and, studying and memorizing. It is really not that. Love of God isn't that anyway. That's love of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Some people take that path and it's okay. It kind of, it helps to stay focused, on the, love of, hear about things. But it really happens when you're not just hearing about it and it's over there somewhere, but when you experience it in yourself. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. And that's not really dependent on knowledge or education or anything. Because all living entities, birds, bees, animals, dogs, mosquitoes, everyone is part of God. So anyone, it's not even dependent on being a human being, really. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. It's a deeply, deeply mystical, deeply spiritual experience. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. But there are scriptures. And what I find when I read these different scriptures is it's not so much to try to follow them. It's more like a confirmation that I'm on the right track. It's and it becomes like really relishable. It's like, wow, yeah. And it's not like I'm striving to achieve that. No, it's like it's describing what I'm already experiencing, and then I know, oh, I've got confirmation. It's more like that. Hare Krishna, Krishna. I thought I brought the book in here. I was going to read from Chaitanya Charitamrta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, I had to go get the book. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna light. There we go. Move this. Hare Krishna. Oh, this camera's pretty bad. I got to figure out how to fix it. No, later on today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, so Krishna. This is Chaitanya Charitamrta, and it is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It's deeply devotional, ecstatic, mystical book. It was written by a great saint who was absorbed in his ecstatic mood and relationship, loving relationship with God, Krishna, who has incarnated as Chaitanya just not too long ago, 500 years ago. And he's sharing his realizations in his glorification of the Supreme Being. So I'm not going to start from the beginning because I've been reading it all along in the association of the devotees. And now that I got the boot, I'm out here. I'm just going to keep going where I was going. So if there's any questions or, if somebody does watch, but it's like a typewriter, my other spiritual master, Prabhupada, said like that. He said, wherever you put a typewriter, it's going to go clickety, click, clack, 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 Back then there were typewriters. And he said, if it's in the material world, it's going to go clickety, clack, clack, clack. If it's in the spiritual world, it's because it's a typewriter. So I'm kind of like that. If I'm in that group, then I'm going to be doing this. And if I got the boot and I'm out here, like seeing who's around, is there anybody, I'm going to do the same thing that I was doing there, that I'm doing here, that I was doing there, because that's what I do. Krishna. Here, it's the volume 2 of the Adi Lila, or Sri Chaitanya Charitamrta. This is chapter 8. And this is very advanced stuff. It goes right to the heart of the mission of the Lord. It just goes beyond, it just gives the mercy out to anyone. There's no, don't do this, don't do that, don't eat this, don't eat that, regulate like this, regulate like that. No, just hearing in this path, it's called Kripasiddha, the hearing is the only regulation. Just hear submissively. That's the regulation. And chanting, hearing and chanting, those those are the regulative principles, hearing and chanting, the predominant ones. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Within the institutional Krishna consciousness movement, there's regulative principles like no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit connections, sexual connections. And those are considered regulative principles, but they're not spiritual regulative principles. They're just the regulative principles that bring a person into a higher level of human life. But they're not spiritual regulative principles. They're principles that regulate the external behavior. Okay, behavior modification. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. Hare Krishna, it's external. It's behavior modification. And it can be useful. It can be very useful. But spiritual experience and spiritual regulative principles are different. Hearing and chanting are regulative principles of spiritual life. Hare Krishna. Making friends with the Lord, offering prayers to the Lord, worshiping the Lord, just remembering the Lord, serving the Lord, carrying out his orders. If you get a specific order from the Lord, carry out that order. Giving everything for the service of the Lord, whatever facilities someone might have. So following all 9 of them, or even just one. Hare Krishna is following regulative principle. So this is chapter 8, and it's a section. He's going to begin. Krishnadas Kaviraj, the author of the book, is going to begin to discuss about the 10 offenses of chanting the holy name of the Lord. So this is text 16. He says, devotee Krishnadas, 500 years ago, he's sitting somewhere in Vrindavan with palm leaves and a pen. He keeps dipping in ink. He's writing. He's a very, very old man. It's hard for him to see. He can't even hold the pen. But he has the order from the Lord to produce this. So he's writing. And it's wonderful, wonderful. His Chaitanya Charitamrta is just wonderful. So he says, if one is infested with the 10 offenses in chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name for many births, he will not get the love of Godhead, which is the ultimate goal of his chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, a person can go on calling on the name of the Lord for a very, very long time, here, many lifetimes, and not achieve the ultimate result of love of Godhead. That's kind of disappointing, isn't it? Like, he's going to make a point here. He's going to relieve us of this kind of depressing news here. But first, they're going to explain about what those offenses are. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So we're aware of it, and then we get some special mercy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. So here it is in the purport. In the purport, very first sentence, the purport is by Bhaktivedanta Swami. And here's his commentary. Right in the purport, he gives some relief from this. He says, Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, previous Acharya, says in this connection that unless one accepts Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although one goes on chanting the Hare Krishna mantra for many, many years, there's no possibility of his attaining the platform of devotional service. So it's not like, you have to deal with each offense, this offense and that offense, and then it gets to be don't do this, don't do that. No. With one fell swoop, all the offenses will be wiped away simply by surrendering in loving devotion and desire for the mercy of the Lord in his form as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's the really intense mercy that the Lord says himself has never been available before. Not this way, because his appearance, the reason he came was to taste love of God himself, although he's God, right? But he sees the devotees of the Lord, boy, they're really experiencing something wonderful. They're crying, they're blissful. They're experiencing so many wonderful emotions, and they're enjoying their relationship with me. I want to know what they're feeling. I want to know what they're experiencing. The only way I can do that is if I come as my own devotee. So he does. And that's the reason he incarnates is he wants to experience what it's like to be a devotee of himself. And in so doing, distribute this love of God, so manifest it, show it, so that others can also become attracted and get the same mercy, the same blissfulness. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. The Prabhupada continues, he says, one must come to the understanding that the holy name of the Lord and the Supreme Lord, personality of Godhead, are identical. Hare Krishna. He says one cannot reach this conclusion unless one is offenseless in chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare. Because in this material world, a name of a thing and a thing are different, we carry that same mentality to the holy name of the Lord. Like you say, where's my pencil? All you have is the word pencil. You have to actually go and get a pencil because it's just the name of a thing. It's not actually a thing. I mean, you can say pencil, 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 and you won't be able to write anything. So we carry that same mentality when we hear the name of the Lord, Krishna, but it's not. Krishna is non-different from his name. He's present in sound. He's present there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Sound is, although you can't see it, taste it, or smell it, all you can do is hear it, right? Sound's very powerful. I mean, the material scientists, they're experimenting with so many things with sound, make like, you put the little grains of sand on the cloth or whatever it is they use, and then you play different sounds and it goes to different shapes. I mean, sound, it's a powerful energy, sound. And the Hare Krishna, Krishna transforms things. Sound transforms things. So the names of the Lord, being non-different from the Lord, it's actually very powerful vibration. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So this nice little part here of the purport. He says, by our material calculation, we see a difference between the name and the substance. But in the spiritual world, the absolute is always absolute. The name, form, quality, and pastimes of the absolute are all as good as the absolute himself. Hare Krishna! As such, one is understood to be an eternal servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead if he considers himself an eternal servant of the Holy Name, and in this spirit distributes the Holy Name to the world. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. To associate with the Holy Name and chant the Holy Name is to associate with the personality of Godhead directly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The Holy Name becomes manifest when one engages in the service of the Holy Name. Chant Hare Krishna, serving the Holy Name, vibrating the Holy Name, putting that sound vibration out there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. But offenseless. In other words, it's not like you're trying to, like, I had a Buddhist friend, and they were chanting Nam-myo Renge Kyo, right? She took me to a couple meetings, and it was Nam-myo Renge Kyo, I want a house. Nam-myo Renge Kyo, I want money. Like that, it's like abracadabra, So, not chanting Hare Krishna like that. Just chanting the holy name of the Lord and relishing associating with the Lord in his holy name. And then, take care of the things of life, whatever you have to do to, maintain the body or whatever. And you do that, it's like, but the joy, the ecstasy comes from associating with the personality of Godhead in his holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna, and serving the holy name, chanting, speaking about the holy name. Hare Krishna, sharing the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. It's like drinking something. You get intoxicated drinking something so wonderful. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. All kinds of things happen when you chant Hare Krishna. There's also a lot of people don't like it, They'll attack. They'll try to, tell you, you're imagining things or it's not real. Or, they come. But if you're experiencing it, you're experiencing the ecstasy of the holy name. It's like, it's like, yeah, okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, the service in a submissive attitude begins with one's tongue. Hare Krishna, Hare. One must engage his tongue in the service of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. The Krishna consciousness movement is based on the principle. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna. Okay, so that's a general overview of, and we understand from that first sentence, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati says that unless one accepts Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they will not be relieved from the offenses. Without accepting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, in the mood that he's giving this freely to everyone, without accepting that, then the chanting of Hare Krishna will still have some offense in it. The name is pure, but the person who's vibrating it will still have some offensive mentality. The wonderful thing about Lord Chaitanya is he doesn't accept any offenses. He doesn't accept any offenses. No matter how bad a person is. Krishna. He doesn't accept offense. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The miracle is that by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya, then even a bad person will give up their undesirable behavior, and that will go away. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's how powerful the Lord's holy name is. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. It just gets burned up. And you begin to taste this ecstatic atmosphere. It's an atmosphere that surrounds the holy name and surrounds those devotees who are chanting the holy name in ecstatic love. There's an atmosphere, and it just burns all the fear, all the anxiety, all the hatred, it just burns it right up. It just goes. Because it can't stay in that atmosphere. The atmosphere is filled with love of Godhead. It can't stay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. These are the miracles. Hare Krishna, I read the other day about how Krishnadas Kaviraj, that's the author of this book, is glorifying the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he says, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. By remembering the lotus feet of the Panchatattva, that's Lord Chaitanya, a dumb man can become a poet. A lame man can cross the mountains. And a blind man can see the stars in the sky. These are miracles, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. Text 17. By cultivating philosophical knowledge, one can understand his spiritual position and thus be liberated. And by performing sacrifices and pious activities, one can achieve sense gratification in a higher plane, planetary system. But the devotional service of the Lord is so rare that even by executing hundreds and thousands of such sacrifices, one cannot attain it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Evidently, that is from the 7th canto of Bhagavatam. That's Prahlad Maharaj, looks like. By cultivating philosophical knowledge, one can understand his spiritual position and be liberated. You can understand, I'm not this body, I'm spirit. You can understand that much. Okay? Performing sacrifices and pious activities can achieve sense gratification in higher planetary system. You go to the planets of the demigods. By sacrifices, pious activities, and austerities, you can be elevated within this universe to higher planets. But devotional service of the Lord, which takes one completely out of the material world and even beyond that platform of I am spirit, to associate with the spiritual personalities and personality of Godhead in ecstatic, loving exchanges eternally. He says, even by executing hundreds and thousands of such sacrifices, one cannot obtain it. So that's not the way. That's not the way to this love of Godhead. It's not the way. Hare Krishna. And then he continues, if a devotee wants material sense gratification or liberation from the Lord, Krishna immediately delivers it. But pure devotional service he keeps hidden. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Why? Because pure devotional service means you get him personally. You get the Lord. The Lord lives with you personally. And he's not going to want to live with somebody who's just always asking him for some material things. And he's not going to want to live with somebody who pretty much denies his existence and is just happy about existing. Pure devotional service means that Krishna himself gives himself to that devotee. So he keeps it hidden. He's waiting. He's waiting for the opportunity to actually give himself to the devotee. live within them. Like, the devotee lives within Krishna, and Krishna lives within the devotee personally. So that, he's not just going to give himself to just anybody, for that. It's somebody that he's going to want to live with. Someone that loves him. Would you want to live with someone who doesn't love you? No, that's not very nice. You want to live with somebody who loves you, So that's what he's waiting for, and he keeps himself hidden until that happens, until the devotee. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. But these other things he'll give. He'll give liberation. He'll give, you want something material? Okay, here you go. He'll do that, but he won't give himself. Next verse, which is from the Bhagavatam, 5th canto. The great sage Narada said, "My dear Maharaj Yudhisthira, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is always ready to help you. He is your master, guru, God, very dear friend, and head of your family. Yet, sometimes he agrees to act as your servant or order carrier. You are greatly fortunate because this relationship is only possible by bhakti yoga. The Lord can give liberation, mukti, very easily, but he does not give one bhakti yoga because by that process, he is bound to the devotee." See, that's what, like I was saying, these scriptures they're confirmation. Like, that was the conclusion I came to before I read this verse, was I was saying that Krishna, by these other things you can have liberation, you can have material things, you approach the Lord for that, okay, fine, here you go. No problem for him. But if someone is developing this bhakti, which is love, bhakti yoga, then the Lord is bound to that devotee. He's bound because of the love. He's bound. That's exactly. The Lord can give liberation very easily, but he does not give one bhakti because by that process, he is bound to the devotee. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. How valuable is that, man? Because if you have the Lord, you have everything, Hare Krishna. If you have the Lord, you have everything. What don't you have if you have the Lord? You have everything. Krishna. Yeah, I was worshiping with some Pentecostals a while ago, and I got some really good instruction. I took a little break, and I was kind of exploring and, seeing what was going on in other spiritual communities. And it was just kind of that time in my life. And I saw in their worship service that at one point, some of the members of the congregation, they would go up to the little altar, and they would ask for special blessings. And the minister would preside over that, and then everyone would pray that they got some special blessings. And I was with a friend, and I said, I want some special mercy, but I don't know what to ask for. And I got really good instruction from my friend. She said, look, the Lord already, don't tell him your problems. He already knows all your problems. Don't tell him your problems. And don't ask him for anything. He knows what you need and what you want. He already knows all that. When you go up there, just tell him you love him. That was such good instruction. Oh, that's such good instruction. Just tell him you love him. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What happens? He becomes bound to you. Oh, this person loves me. Oh, who doesn't want a loving relationship? Everyone wants a loving relationship. So, Hare Krishna. And we have the opportunity to associate with the devotees of the Lord who are experiencing their loving relationship with the Lord, who are awake in the Lord, and the Lord is awake in them. By that association, we also can begin to enter into that atmosphere, and can begin to realize and understand these truths, these spiritual truths, eternal truths, ecstatic truths. So association like that is very, very valuable. And I think that's why I was booted out of the association, is to try and share some of that with others. And so that's what I'm doing. I just don't know what else to do. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. I'm on a typewriter. If I'm there, I'm going to go clickety clack. If I'm here, I'm going to go clickety clack. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So I think let's keep it at that. It's about 3/4 of an hour. I think we'll just keep it at that. And Hare Krishna. Come back on line again at some point. Jai, all glories to my spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. All glories to my spiritual master, Gaurahari Das. All glories to different devotees. And I'll put a link to our Facebook Sangha. It's an online Sangha on Facebook. And if you'd like to sit in on some of our discussions and readings and sharings, and find it valuable. And for developing love of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.